But talking to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, it is, oh no, baby. Jazz, if you see this video, don't do it, sis. Talk to me. Say no. Hey y'all, welcome back to Just a Girl Talk. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed the conversation. If you're a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So, Dr. Bryant she's been out here, y'all. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant she's been in these streets. As our VP Kamala Harris would say, she's in these streets. And I have so many mixed feelings about her running around in these streets because she's a doctor in the, clinical field. I don't know if she's actually a clinician, a therapist, a psychologist. From my understanding, I think she's a life coach. No shade, but I think that's what she is, a life coach. So, we know a few months ago, she went viral around her conversation with Cam Newton, and how he was low functioning as a high value man and she's high functioning as a woman and just all the things. And there was a misconception that a lot of people, for some reason, a lot of women thought she was interviewing Cam Newton, was having a private public session with him. But y'all, it was his podcast, his show, and she was a guest. So he was, she just took over and started to psychoanalyze him. But obviously during that conversation, he talked about his relationship and his fear of marriage. And obviously he has his girlfriend, Jazzy Brown, watch Jazzy. And there's been a lot of conversation since that podcast, since that episode aired, regarding Cam, Jazzy, and Dr. Bryant, right? The women felt like Dr. Bryant ate him up. She told him about himself, which I don't think that in many ways she was wrong about just his viewpoint on marriage and things like that and having kids. I don't think she was totally wrong in that. I don't. I've talked about my point of view about her, like to be a woman who's in her 40s, who's been engaged multiple times, who has turned down, who's called off the engagement multiple times, but still out here single, still out here figuring it out, still out here healing, right, at 40 years old. To me, that's a problem. But recently, she was on the Breakfast Club, and she had a lot to say about Cam Newton's relationship with Jazzy Brown. And I'm going to just drop the clip, and we're going to come back and talk about it because it's a lot.
But who I would love to have a conversation with, whether it's on camera or not just to more support her in whatever she's doing right now or feeling or going through, is Jazz.
Yeah.
I would love to have a conversation with Jazz, even if it's a private session. I think that she needs tools on how to be in this relationship if she's going to stay. And if she chooses to leave, she needs tools on how to also pivot that. And it's not about having a conversation with her or having a session with her to get her to change her mind. It's about getting her to feel supported and showing compassion and trying to figure out where she wants to navigate from here.
Dealing with that whole dynamic, but what can you say to her that'll change how happy she is? I think it's helping her come to herself. And I think that Jazz got herself into something that, one, she didn't understand that she was getting herself into, and I think she would love to backpedal if she could. But where do you go from here? You have a child. A lot of women, especially black women, stay because they don't want to be a product of a broken house. Yeah.
And they don't want to be a single mom. Who wants to be a statistic? Who wants to be that, right? And so for her, I understand why she would want to stay to make it work. But I also would understand why she wants to leave to do it right.
Yeah.
And it's not because he has kids. It's because this man is not honoring you.
Yeah.
He's disrespecting you. And he's not only doing it privately, he's publicly. He's not even allowing it to be pillow talk. So it's like, and that's what I mean by the epitome of a high-valued man in the most functionality you can have. Like, you have no respect at all for this woman who you not only have a child with, but you are in a relationship with. You're waiting for God to give you more kids. You have a woman at home. You're sleeping with other women publicly on your platform for this woman to feel happy.
So I have so many thoughts about what she said. And the first thing I want to say out loud is, who are you? who are you to think that somebody want to sit down and talk to you? Especially about relationships. Especially about relationships. You don't even have a successful relationship. You're not even in a relationship to sit down with any woman and tell her about her relationship or what she should do or not do when you ain't even doing it. You walked away. Right? As a clinician, I'll speak for as a clinician, it is not our job to come in with our biases and tell people what to do. And what I heard from that clip, from what they were asking her, because Jess Hilarious asked her, what would you tell her? She wants her to come to her being. She wants to basically help her realize why she don't need to be in that relationship. That's what she wants to do. And that is the messed up part. And that is the most unethical thing you can do as a clinician. I'm not here to try to make you leave your man. And that's exactly what she wants to do, from what I gather. I want to save you. I want to make sure that you're supported. I want to have this pity party. Jazz Brown knows what she got herself into. I ain't got no pity for her. Because she knows what she got herself into. She made it very clear that money trumped her standards. That went all out the door. Cam Newton was no surprise. He's not a stranger to society. She had enough information. She Googled a man. Money is what got her in that situation. And she was very, in my opinion, very aware. There's no need to make her a victim. None at all. And I think that is what Cheyenne wants to do. Make her a victim. For the sake of, I'm here to save you, baby, and I want you to know that you can be with a high functioning man. You can have this. You can, because she said, I understand that she should, if she leaves, to make it right. To make what right? She's in it now. She's in it. And I think let's just say, if Jazzy did want to, maybe mom was like, I would love to sit down with her and talk to her. Maybe what if she said that to herself? After what you just said, why would I want to? You already have your own agenda of what you want to tell me to do. You have it in your mind. You think that I want to leave and she got yourself in something that you can't get out of and you might want to back out. Like, you're making all these assumptions that is not your job to do. So why would I feel like it's a safe space to want to talk to you? It's not a safe space. You're talking about my man. You're talking about me. You're basically trying to pull me into the single side with you. Me and my baby. Again, she's not a victim. She knows what she got herself into. So she got to sit in her stuff and deal with it with her and her man. Be a grown up. You did it. You lay in your bed, the bed that you made. And you and your man work it out. But to think that you have the authority and autonomy to tell me what to do when you're not coming to hear me, you're coming to tell me what to do. She's talking about how he's publicly embarrassing her and how he's disrespectful to her. So again, you already have your assumptions about my man. Whatever I say to you will not matter because you already have in your mind, he's not good enough for me and I should leave. So whatever I say doesn't matter. That's the reality of what the conversation would be like. Again, it's unethical. And my thing is, why are you still talking about this man and talking about his woman? Right? But you know why she's talking about this man? Because she thinks that he wants her. Let's drop the clip.
Because he kept asking the same question.
Right.
And I was reading behind his question, which the fans read also. He kept asking the age, because I'd already said as long as a man has no kids.
Right.
And he seemed very triggered by me saying a man with no kids, because that meant not him. And he
did you pick up on that?
Well, yeah, I picked up on that. And he deems me as being the kind of aesthetically woman that would have been, say, his type back then or now if he was single, because he's very much with his mate. And a man of high value can get whoever he wants, because you said that too.
Right.
But when you're sitting across from a woman who's high value and high functioning and who would be, and I say this with humility, but I'm just going to say, who would be the poster card, the perfect woman per se, no kids, good looking, she's a doctor, she's educated, has her own stuff.
Right.
It's telling you, no, you couldn't have me. And she's not just saying it, hold on.
Right.
Her no was not a no. Her no was like, absolutely not. And I'm not saying it to get you to hunt me.
Right.
I'm saying it because I'm nowhere in your jungle to be your prey.
So did you purposely say that to him to
no, he kept
make
asking
it affirmative? That
no, he kept asking. So
I'm not interested in you?
No. I was just saying, I already said a man with no kids.
So she sat back down with our boy Nick Cannon, you know, baby daddy of the world. She sat back down with him. And she very much believes that she's the ideal woman that Cam Newton wants. And he was so triggered about her not wanting a man who has kids because that means he's out the equation. Why do you think that man wants you? When you sat on his podcast, on his show with your titties out, did you come to entice him? You think that man wants you? Is that what you took from the interview, or is that what you took? Like, when did you come to that conclusion that he wanted you? And you're his ideal woman. I'm successful. I'm a doctor. I'm this. I'm that. When did he say those things? That is how delusional the professional, educated, intelligent Black women are. That I believe that I'm the package that he wants. So let's just think about that. Why would I want to talk to a woman who thinks my man wants her? Why would I want to open up and talk to you about my man, and you think he wants you? Girl, that's laughable. Like, we are, y'all, delusional. Nick even said, did he say that? Like, did he come out and, like, that's what she took from it. That I'm the kind of woman that he wants. And he was triggered. Like, why do we do that? Why? But oh no, the delusion doesn't stop, y'all. This woman is on this high pedestal. And remember, multiple men who proposed to her, multiple engagements that she called off. And watch what she says. Listen to the clip.
What made it really hard for me to change? Not one of them was leaving. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go here. Hold on. Let me say this for the ones who are watching. Hold on. And all of them have attempted to be back, still attempt to be back, and would like to be back. But let me say this.
Exes too.
I believe you. But let me say this. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to prove a point. That's what enabled me.
Y'all heard it. Look right in the camera. She said they all still want her. They all still want her. They're all still trying to get back with her. But you said that they were good men, right? They were good men. So if they were good men, and you've done all this healing over the 6 years, because she said in this interview she was single for 6 years. I don't keep up with the lady's story because it don't make sense. But if you've been single, doing all this healing, and they were such good men, why aren't you with one of those men? If they were the good men that you walked away from because you were the problem. She said it on Nick Cannon's interview. She left them, and nothing was wrong with those men. Like, nothing that can rule them out from being with them. Why don't you take them back? You know why? Because she's lying. I think she's lying. I think that that's the easiest way for us women who are of a certain age and we have all the status and this career and all that. It's easier to say that they want me now. I don't want them. That instead of saying they don't want me back, they done moved on. They realized that I was the problem. I can't go back. I'm really feeling salty that I can't go back. So I'm going to lead with the they want me. That makes me feel better. Having an engagement ring, even just saying that I was proposed to, makes women feel so much better about themselves. Even though I have not made it to that altar, I've not become anybody's wife, that makes me feel better. So once again, why would I, if I was Jazzy Brown, want to sit down and talk to you when you think that my man wants you? You think my man wants to be with you. It's the ultimate disrespect. And again, why are we still talking about Cam Newton? Why is that man name even still coming out your mouth? If I was you, and I'm just like, it was a strictly just a conversation, and we did it like anybody else, I would just be like, it was a great conversation. I'd love to talk to him again, and we keep it moving. And I would love to interview Jazzy Brown and talk to her. Why? Women love to try to get in the heads of other women and taint their minds. Taint their minds. I do believe that it is unfortunate that Jazz chose not Cam Newton, the person, right? But just his situation. There was options, right? But you wanted to become the fourth or third baby mama. Why? Again, status, money, all those standards go out the door. So I do feel like, damn, Jazz. But this is what it is. You have a child. This is who you're with. You got to sit in it. You just can't walk away now. You got to make this work. That's what we got to do. We got to really own our stuff. We be ready to walk away, and that's what women want. She might be able to sit in her stuff and be like, this is what it is. I just think the unfortunate side is that so many women push their views, make women feel like they should do what they want them to do, especially when it comes to relationships. I'm never going to tell a woman that she should just leave her relationship. That's just not me. I'm never going to just tell you to leave. I'm going to help you maybe understand, help you come to the realization. Maybe you don't have enough self-awareness, like in that. But I'm not going to be like, yeah, you should leave. And I think that that's the reality of what she wants to tell her. At the same time, I'm going to leave him so what? You can mess with him? That's what it's given. You telling me to leave my man so that way you can come in and sit in front of his face with your titties out again and try to mess with him. Like, that's how it goes, sadly. And again, we don't know what this couple is going through. We don't know what the agreement is, what the relationship is like. Like, she seems to be unbothered. She said, leave me alone. I'm very aware. Again, I'm in it. She may be taking full accountability for the choices that she made. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking to be a victim. I'm looking to just face the reality of my relationship. She's happy. She's fine. Whatever it is. And here you go trying to come in and divide the two. Cause problems. Just for the sake of saying that, have a reason to go on another podcast platform and talk about how you helped her come to herself and now she's happy on her own. Why? Like, it's really sad. It's really, really, really sad. And that's just the delusion of just women. And like I said, you don't even have anything to give her solid advice on when you have not even, you don't even have a relationship. You said you've been single all these years. You're still healing. So what are you here to tell me? What advice are you offering me? Especially the way that you're talking about me and my man. Talk about my man. Like, girl, it's just, my hope and prayer is that Jazz and Cam can stay solid on whatever that they have going on and not allow the world to come in between that dynamic already being, in the public eye. Hopefully they can figure their thing out. They can do whatever they can do to make it right for them. That's their situation. Unfortunately, right? The unfortunate side is they were not married before having a child. They're not married yet. So it is sucky that if things don't work out, you become purely just a baby mama. But hopefully they can do the right thing under God. And if they don't, that's on them. That ain't for us to be in telling that woman to leave that man. You need to leave him. I think you should get out of there. If it's not harming her, like physically, like something like that, abusing her, then stay out their business. Stay out their business. The baby's here. We got to keep it moving. We got to make this thing right. Then running away. Let's do our best. We all make choices that are not always the best initially, but you can always make it right. You can always make it better. And hopefully that's what they're working on, figuring out, and whatever the case may be, forgiveness and all the things. But talking to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, it is, oh no, baby. Jazz, if you see this video, don't do it, sis. Talk to me. Say no. Say no, but I mean, hey, Jessica talk. Let me reach out. Let me reach out to Jazz. I got you, sis. I got you. I love you over here. Okay. But no, y'all, just let me know in the comments what you guys think of this conversation and just everything, because this is too much. This is too much. But definitely comment below. Give this video a thumbs up. Yeah, because this is wild. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.